Is bringing a giant Wii remote to open source a bad idea? There's only one way to find out. Let's go somewhere weird. Open Sauce is the cool new event designed specifically for the YouTube maker community. Not only does it feature lots of panels with your favorite creators, but also hundreds of exhibitor booths showing off all kinds of wacky things they've created. This is the third year of Open Sauce and my second year of being an exhibitor. This year, along with some of my other projects, I brought my giant, fully functional Wii remote. Now, the biggest issue this year was that we decided to fly rather than drive like we did last year. So this meant that a couple of my projects would have to be shipped through the mail. I packed up these two projects and shipped them on their way. Then we just had to wait to the week of the event to see if they made it safely. It is now 6 a.m. at the airport. We checked the bag with the monitor and the other electronics, and thankfully made it through TSA without having to explain the rubber chicken, lightsaber, or crock hat to anyone. We then flew 2,000 miles across the country to San Francisco, double-checked on the projects, then took an Uber over to the San Mateo County Event Center, or SMCEC for short. Our booth was located in one of the tents right outside the main hall. Ours was pretty close to one of the major walkways, so I was excited to see there'd be a lot of foot traffic near our booth. And now is the moment we were all waiting for. Time to check the damage on my projects that we shipped. This incredible human was the guy who accepted the boxes for me and brought them to the venue. I was worried about the Wii box because of how beat up it was, but when we got everything unpacked, I was surprised that it was Mr. Krabs that suffered damage, not the remote. But his breaks were mostly just super glue kind of problems, like the broken claw and eye bulb. But those were all problems for tomorrow. We needed to get some sleep. So we're gonna go Uber back to the hotel and, I don't know, probably check back in on these things tomorrow. So, see you guys then. It's now Friday morning, the final setup day for the event. The venue was starting to get busy as the rest of the exhibitors started flooding in. The day started off pretty strong for me. Because we had time to get most things basically set up the day before, there wasn't really much left to do. I did need to make those repairs to Mr. Krabs, then I'd make sure the Wii was fully set up and ready to go. I took a bit of a break from setup to get a sneak peek at some of the other exhibits while they got set up. One of my favorites was this giant operation game built by Build It Dad. I absolutely hate this game, but I've got to respect a giant game build when I see one. I later got the Wii remote connected and calibrated for the position of my sensor bar. Despite this being just a setup day for exhibitors, the moment I started test playing some games, I already started drawing a lot of attention. This was when things went somewhat downhill. May or may not have accidentally knocked over the Wii remote and it knocked something loose. Basically everything still works. It's just the sensor that allows you to point at the screen and see the little finger and stuff. So that needs to be fixed. We're not even at the main event and we're already breaking stuff. The good news was that Open Sauce is the best place for something to break because you are completely surrounded by nerds who love to fix stuff. I brought my remote over to a booth specifically for repairs and was greeted by an awesome dude with way more electronics and knowledge than I have. But he was nice enough not to make too much fun of my terrible wiring. I won't steal too much of his content, so if you want to watch his whole repair process, go check out his video on his channel. Long story short, he fixed it, we went and tested it before reassembly, confirmed everything was working, brought it back, screwed it all back together, then it stopped working again. We both understood what we did wrong in the process, but at this point, the VIP party was about to start, so we decided to throw the towel in. The VIP party was a whole lot of fun. The whole place was flooded with awesome makers and creators, so there was never a dull moment. I honestly didn't really film much because I didn't want to be in everyone's face with a camera the whole time. But we hung out with a bunch of creator friends while we ate dinner and had an unintentional rave in the flashing light of Mr. Krabs' eyes. It was really cool to meet up with friends again and finally see some faces I had only really spoken to online. After the party was over, we headed back to the hotel to get some very much needed rest before the main event. It's the first official day of Open Sauce, and I am very nervous. I don't really know what to expect today, so we just hopped in an Uber and drove straight there. We had about an hour before the gates opened, which gave us just enough time to get things set up and ready to go. As people started to slowly trickle in, I got a little bit nervous that maybe our booth wouldn't be that popular, but I was quickly proven wrong. For safety reasons, I couldn't really hand off the remote for anyone to play with on their own, so I would typically suggest that one person hit the gas while I helped them steer. This turned the game into more of a two-person experience while also keeping the remote a little more secure. Big Wii remote was obviously the thing that brought everyone to the booth, but we also had a lot of people interacting with Mr. Krabs, and my favorite gag to pull was when someone inserted a penny into his coin slot, we would immediately rickroll them. it never stopped being funny to me. I also showed off my new chicken lightsaber quite a bit, which typically got a good laugh whenever I turned it on. This was often then followed by a duel with the wacky waving lightsaber. I had a lot of really fun interactions with creator friends like Nate from the internet, Henry from Derailed 3D, John from Bringus Studios, and a handful of others that I forgot to record. I really enjoyed the opportunity to talk about my work and process for making these projects. It was cool to see this many people genuinely interested in how I built them, not just the final product. Some people came by because they've seen my work before, but it was fun to see the reactions from people who hadn't seen my videos. Also, I just gotta thank my wife and Patton for helping me run this booth because I could not have done it without you guys. By the end of the day, we were absolutely exhausted. That being said, we were very excited for day 2. It was a bit difficult getting out of bed on Sunday, but we had a whole second full day of open sauce ahead of us, so we had to get moving. Today's expectations were basically the same, but I wanted to make a stronger effort to leave my booth and check out some of the other exhibits. But before I took a look around, I did get to play a couple games with Amy from Style Theory, Rickroll Code Miko stream for the second year in a row, and hang out with Miss Workshop herself. At one point, William Osmond came by to give me a 10-minute heads up for an official open sauce interview, but in that short span of time, supposedly a rat chewed through a wire somewhere in the main building and cut the power to half of the exhibits, which was a much more important issue than my interview, so he gets the pass for going and dealing with that instead. Once I finally got out of my booth, my first stop was to meet up with Elaine at her booth with PCBWay, the sponsor of today's video. How are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, good. So at PCBWay, PCB is in the name. Everyone knows that you guys do PCB services, but what are some of the other services that you guys provide?
At least like 4 years ago, we have included new service like 3D printing service, CNC machining, sheet metal fabrication, and injection molding. Ideally, PCBWay is your one-stop solution for your every engineering list.
100%.
Yes.
What are some of the more interesting projects that you've seen using PCBWay services?
So many. I just can't name them out. Yesterday, I met Matthew from d.i.y. He showed me a LED sphere. It's fantastic because I'm a huge fan of LEDs.
Where can people find PCBWay, their services, and their social medias?
I think the most important place is PCBWay.com.
PCBWay.com.
Yeah.
PCBWay.com.
It's our pleasure to be one part of your project. We are so honored to have you on board. You know, Austin. Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. Yes. After hanging out with Elaine, I started visiting a bunch of other booths. There were way too many cool things to see. There's no way I could have possibly visited them all. I felt like I was endlessly jumping from one crazy cool thing to another. It was around this time that Fujifilm's Scan the Wild booth invited me to have me and my giant Wii remote captured by their massive photogrammetry scanner. Super cool to have a scan like this. Big thanks to Winslow for giving me that opportunity. It was while I was out and about with my remote that I quickly realized there were still so many people that hadn't come to my booth yet. I decided that it might be fun just to walk around the event and see what happens. And I'm so glad that I did. So many heads were turned and lots of photos were taken. I eventually stopped by to hang out with Big Rig Creates to pair my giant remote up with his custom Porygon builds. The crowd quickly drew and the pressure was on. I did my best to show off my incredible bowling skills, but I had only knocked over one pin after 2 bowls. I tried blaming the remote, but Sir Big Rig immediately showed me up by getting a strike first try. Apparently, I have no idea what I'm doing, and this guy is obviously a professional. Glad I didn't wager any money on this. It was soon time to start packing up the booth. I did one last victory lap with the remote, and we loaded everything up into an Uber. We said our farewells to Open Sauce as Mr. Krabs waved goodbye. We had a very long flight back home, which gave me plenty of time to think about my experience over the weekend. Overall, I think Open Sauce 2025 was incredibly successful. Not just for me, but for the event as a whole. I personally love the opportunity to meet up with all these friends I only really get to see once a year, along with making lots of new friends. Thank you again to everyone who came by to check things out. 2 years ago, I wasn't really sure where I would fit in this community of making things, but now I feel firmly nestled in and respected for my craft, despite how weird my ideas might be. So yeah, if you're new here, go check out some of the projects here on my channel and subscribe to see my future projects. So I guess that's it. Bye.
Blah.